Today on the channel, we have an AEW Ric Flair on Wyatt's Toy Show. What's going on, everybody? Mark here with Wyatt's Toy Show with a new unboxing. But before we go any further, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment below what you think about this video. Are you enjoying the channel? What figures have you picked up lately? What non-wrestling figures you picked up lately? Because we do some non-wrestling. We love to hear from you. Wyatt's not on this video, but he's the namesake of the show. He loves to hear when we get new subscribers. He always asks me, Dad, are we to 700 yet? Are we this many? He's looking forward to getting to 1,000 so he can do a giveaway and more exciting stuff. But today we have a All Elite Wrestling from Jazzwares. We have Ric Flair. And I say Ric Flair, what? Yes, he's signed with AEW under a consultant deal. So this is a weird figure because I grew up, Ric Flair was in WCW and WWF. And to see him in AEW packaging is weird. And I was like, man, I can't buy that figure. But it was $11.99. So I was like, you know what? I'll pick up Ric Flair for $11.99 because I don't even have a WWE Mattel Ric Flair in my collection. And then when you see this in person, it's pretty neat looking. And I know the chase is in blue, but this pink robe stands out on the shelf. It's every bit as flamboyant and lavish as Ric Flair is. We see him on the packaging there. We see a luminary packaging of Ric Flair on the back right here. This is in the same series as Juice Robinson, John Box. We unboxed Mercedes Moné and Roderick Strong. So we unboxed a couple from the series. We're going to get this Ric Flair out of the packaging and see what a AEW Ric Flair is all about. Now, like the Sting luminaries and the CM Punk ones make sense because they wrestled for the companies. This is an odd one to me because he never wrestled for them, but I guess kind of cool too. All right, let's get that out of the packaging there. All right, we got Ric Flair out of the packaging, and he does come with a pair of extra hands. Sometimes you never know with Jazzwares if you're getting extra hands or not, especially if they have cloth goods. And I can't even get those hands out of there. All right, how's Ric Flair in this packaging? This is a heavy figure, if that makes sense. A lot going on with this figure. No twist iron, then just Ric Flair stuck in the packaging. Very good. All right, let's get this out of the package. And wow, this robe is intensely like detailed. Let me tell you. We have a rubber band there around it. It's tied at the waist. All right, let's try to see if we can get this off and talk about this Ric Flair robe right here on this figure. Wow, this is insanely crazy. All right, it ties like that. So it ties around the waist. All right, and the ties are embedded in, so that's kind of nice. All right, so let's get this off this Ric Flair figure here and see how this robe. We gotta check out this robe. This thing is insane. Well, you know what? Let's check out the figure first. It's in my hand. So it's a basic Jazzwares style figure with pinned elbows. Ooh, those elbows are tight there. But you know, it looks like Ric Flair at the end of the day. Sorry about that. I was looking down. I wasn't showing you guys the figure. Basic red gear. You know, Ric Flair was never. He had his lavish robes, but he never had lavish gear. Just kind of standard tights. But overall, a good-looking figure, feels good in hands. Typical Jazzwares, kind of the glossiest body, which has always annoyed me about the Jazzwares. But it's their style. But it's a good head sculpt. It looks like Ric Flair. Now let's look at this robe. All right, this thing, the camera's not going to do this justice, folks. I mean, it is detailed. It's glittery. It's got the fluff on the top, the fluff on the sides. Look at the back with the Nature Boy in it right there. The red or the pink and the white going down with the glittery glow, more on the bottom. I mean, this is a really, really nice piece of cloth goods. And obviously, you're going to display this on your shelf. You're going to display it with the cloth goods because Ric Flair by himself isn't, again, the most exciting character. A little bit different than his daughter. You know, Charlotte, she comes out with the rose, but she also always has really great gear underneath, too. So she chose to go a different route than the way her dad did. And the robe just slips on like that, and then it has a tie. So you can just kind of tie it on there to make it complete. We're going to tie this and show it off again. And I have to say, I'm impressed, much more impressed with this figure out of the box. Picked this up back around, I think, one of the final toy hunts of the Christmas season, and just had it sit here and needed to finally get it unboxed. It's still interesting to me that this is an AEW line figure, but I guess you could put this next to your Mattels, even though the Jazzwares tend to run a little bit taller. Got the good boot mold there, but it definitely pops on the shelf. There's no doubt you're going to see this. It's Ric Flair. It stands out. The pink and silver robe is incredible. One of the best. I don't know how many Jazzwares figures we're going to get this year. As we all know, the AEW, we're not sure what's going on the license, but if I do a ranking at the end of the year, this will probably make it. I have a few other AEWs I need to unbox. I will have a few figures this year that I picked up. I mean, a lot of them are 2025 figures, but you know what? We unbox them in 2026. They can make our list. But a good Ric Flair figure. I am glad I bought this after not sure about him being Luminaires. And I don't know if I would pay the full price for him. I'm glad I picked up on discount. I would love to get the chase with the blue robe because I think it looks really cool as well. But overall, a good Ric Flair figure. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, hit that like button. And then while you're hitting the like button, you might as well hit the subscribe button as well so you don't miss any of our wrestling unboxings or our non-wrestling unboxings. Our PLE rankings or anything else we do, or PLE predictions, I should say. We really appreciate it. Again, this is Mark of Wise Toy Show. Until next time, we'll see you later.